Hi everybody, my name is Vicki and this is Dragonfish Tarot. Welcome into my channel. So I'm going to do all the readings in one read. I'm going to do all the readings in one video, sorry. I got tired of doing a video and then trying to download it and it taking forever. I might as well just do all in one and then just timestamp it. So let's start. We're going to start with the air signs. With Libra and then Aquarius and Gemini because we're still in Libra season right now. So we're going to do Libra for the weekly from October 13th to the 20th. This is for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising. I was going to do the whole astrology thing, but I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do it anymore. You guys want to learn astrology? Go learn astrology. There's just so much to learn, and I don't have the time. And I'm not going to try to even accomplish that on the dish of shit I've got already. Yeah, I'm fired up this week, man. So there's just things that I've been learning little by little, and I'm not gonna hold back anymore. I'm not gonna sit there and try to protect people, or it's not even about protection. It's just I'm gonna walk my path, and I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me, and that's how I feel about life right now. But I've always kind of felt like that. I'm just right now I'm fired up, like I said. I'm done with the gatekeeping. I'm done with the blame shifting. I'm done with so I'll give you an example. I've got a main Facebook page, and then off of that, I can only do one business page. I had a Dragonfish Tarot Facebook business page, and I had some people on there. And then after the September 10th thing happened, I saw some disgusting, vile things from people who say they were spiritual on their pages, and I was just done. You call yourself spiritual, and we're not supposed to be divisive. We're not supposed to be taking sides. And that's exactly what a lot of spiritualists do. They take advantage of people's fears and they indoctrinate them into their own cult. And that's how I feel. So whether it be spiritual, any kind of spiritual, religious, political, watching the news, it's all a cult. You're being indoctrinated by fear. And if you want to walk that path, that's on you. But don't put your fear on to other people. Like, you know how many times I've heard people say, I want to cut my parents out because of what they're doing, what they're saying, and who they voted for? It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Go walk your own path, because I'm sure it's a mess. Can't even make decisions in your own life, and you're sitting there telling people how to live theirs. It's ridiculous. And that's another reason I got. But I needed a new Facebook page for my other business that I'm doing, that I'm putting actually full feet into that one. So I couldn't only do one other business page. I had to take off my Dragonfish business page in order to put that business page up. And instead of people asking what happened, what's going on, well, because that's what I had to do. No, they just decide to automatically, there's something wrong with her. Yeah, I've heard all that. So I'm done. I used to work at a shop here in town. They are rebranding their whole shop. And I asked, will I be able to come in and do readings still? Oh, well, maybe once a month. We'll see. Well, no, this is my life too. So I'm moving on. And that's another reason. I'm just moving on. I'm moving on from people who couldn't give three shits about me. And I'm moving on from people who I thought were friends, to be quite honest. So I'm just, there I am, using my intuition, moving away, ghosting people because I'm done. Because my cycle's turning. There it is right there, folks. That's how pissed off I got a fire in my belly, man. I'm just done. I'm done. Anyway, that's my life. So we're going to start with weekly reading from October 13th to the 20th for Libra. All right, Libra. Let's do a reading for you. You're like, I don't know if I want her to do a reading for me now. Well, I'm doing it. October 13th, which is tomorrow for me, until the 20th. What do we have for Libra for the next week, please? What does Libra need to focus on in the next week? Oh. There's a path you need to decide on that you need to kind of give your attention and care to. I think it has to do with friends, maybe. Having a good time, being relaxed, being enjoyed, because you're carrying a lot of burden. Look at this. Look at that. Wow, Libra. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Sorry, I have OCD. I don't know if you knew that already. Don't care. Yeah, what I'm seeing is there needs to be a decision on a path that you need to make. Now, what I'm getting in my head, and this might not be true for everybody, which, it probably isn't. You either focus on family and friends, or you focus on everything else in your life. I suggest everything else. You need to walk your path, set boundaries, all that good stuff. If they don't like it, they can leave. That's just how I feel. Sorry, I'm on fire this week. Your decisions are yours. Now, if you decide to go the route of trying to make everybody happy, which you shouldn't, it's only adding more burden into your already burdensome life. You need to drop the things out of your life that you need to drop out. And I'm seeing some really emotional, addictive things that you're needing to drop out and be more balanced. Something got you angry because there you are, right? Something got you angry. A wish that you wished for, maybe, that you were certain wasn't going to come true, and it did. And it kind of imbalanced you, so you had to be more balanced again. It created some addictive personality traits that you're trying to get away from. See, you're trying to get away from that. You're trying to uncouple from all that BS, okay? So you need to give love to yourself, okay? And stop adding burden to your life by making everybody else happy. And that's how I see it. Let's draw you a wisdom card. I love these cards. We'll do one for just life in general, and then one for, well, however many fall out for love, right? Because I love those little cards. All right, Libra, let's do one for wisdom. Oh, that almost fell out. Okay, let's do one for wisdom of the Oracle for Libra, please. More like 3. Go the distance. To be fair, an observer. Yes, go observe the things that you need to observe to walk the path you need to walk down, because it's your life, right? This is your world and how you're living it, but you're not making any decisions, which is adding more burdens. So you're giving more time to things that you shouldn't give your time to. So you just kind of have to observe the things in your life that are taking the toll on you, distracting your time away from the things that you have to do. Okay. If you set boundaries, if you're trying to be fair with the people around you and you set perfectly good boundaries and they decide to walk away, let them. And you need to follow through with that. Okay. You need to go the distance with that. Let's get you some loved ones. Love reading cards here. Anything Libra needs to know for love. Okay, just the one. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Okay, so you're trying to expand yourself. You're trying to overcome the obstacles in your life. Well, the only way to do that is to make a decision on you. You have to give love, fill your own cup to you. Okay, Libra? All right. I hope that helps. We're going to go on to the next one, which is, the next one would be Aquarius, right? That is the next reading. Aren't those cool cards? Yeah. Those are pretty cool. Sorry, that was Libra. I don't know if you can see those. Okay. So we're going to do one on Aquarius right now. Let's do the weekly on Aquarius. Let me get rid of these cards. Okay, Aquarius. Yeah, I did my first bakery thing, baked goods sales yesterday, and it was okay. I didn't bake a lot because I wasn't sure. I didn't want to bake a whole bunch and not sell it. I don't know if that, which I didn't sell. I sold maybe a third of what I had, and then they asked if we had anything. They were doing a silent auction for money, to make money for because it was at the Elks Lodge here in town. And I'm like, whatever I don't sell, you can have. Whatever we don't sell and we don't want to eat. Because my husband loves my baked goods. So, okay, so this is for Aquarius from October 13th until the 20th. All right, Aquarius, what's going on? What does Aquarius need to know? What advice should we give Aquarius? Oh, you need to do some deep thinking like you already don't. Aquarius does that. Anyway, well, come on, what else? Okay. Yeah, look at this. All of these are showing me you need to be patient. You need to, oh gosh, the words are escaping me. You need to reflect, okay? There's something that came in passionately into your life that you were kind of giving to. It just kind of popped in like a new beginning for you. And you think this is it. This is the love of your life. This is telling me that it's telling you to suggest that you need to wait. You need to reflect on the things that are happening. You need to figure it out first. See all the cracks. Test the cracks, Aquarius. If you see red flags, if this person, asks a question like, can we go to the store? Tell them no once. Tell them no. Tell them no a couple times. See how the reaction is. Okay? That's your best indicator for such things, is saying no. If it's something they really want, say no. And then see the reaction. Do they pout? Or do they talk to you and say, hey, what's going on with that? Why? Can we discuss it? That's good. See, that's a good thing. Sorry, that fell out. But when they become passive aggressive, when they start just, punishing you for nothing, those are huge red flags, Aquarius, and you need to leave. So this is telling me that there's changes coming anyway. Let's see what kind of change is coming here for Aquarius. Yeah, it's this love. You need to fill your own cup. When I see Page of Cups, a lot of times that's my signifier sometimes to you need to fill your own cup, especially when it's a clarification for things. Go fill your own cup. How do you know you love somebody when you don't even love yourself? Okay? I know. How do we know we love ourselves? Set boundaries and hold those boundaries. And when people walk over them, say, there has to be a consequence to this. I really don't want to deal with you right now. You walked over a boundary, and that's how you love yourself, because you respect yourself. And that's what you got to do, Aries. I'm sorry, Aquarius. Those are so cool. So go meditate, go ground yourself, go reflect. An awful lot of reflection, and you really need to be patient with this. This is going to take a while, I think, for you, Aquarius. I think you're really in love. I think this person has set you on fire with their love, because look at that, the Lovers. I would suggest that you wait. Well, you know what? Let's get out the little Island Time cards here for Aquarius in love. Coffin. So leave this person. Twin flames. Yeah, they are not mature enough to be your second. Oh, I thought it came out. Was there one? No. Yep. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. And then this one is twin flames. You have the yin and yang, the yin and yang, Zen, the balance. Go balance yourself, please. Okay. Now, if this is a twin flame, which, that suggests also, leave. If they are that narcissistic, because that's usually what happens. You've got an empath and a narcissist. And the only way in order to grow is that the narcissist has to really go through a huge dark night of the soul. Now, this is what I've learned. I don't know if this is true. I thought I had one, but I don't care anymore. It really doesn't matter to me. But I think it was just to wake me up, honestly. And it did. Oh, he did it wake me up. It woke me up. Okay. Oh, let me put those back up here. Let me do a couple, how many of wisdom ones you need for this week, the 13th to the 20th for Aquarius here. Some wisdom for Aquarius. One fell on the ground. New life. See? You're on the precipice and you're not wanting to because it's huge change. Huge, 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 huge change. Milk and honey. That's what's waiting for you. And you're stuck in this because you think this is your soulmate, which they're either there to wake you up or help you on your journey. And if they're not helping, then they're just there to wake you up. And I think that's all mine was. No place like home. Look at that. Maybe you need to go see some family. Have them talk some sense into you. And you have to talk to them. You can't just have them read your mind. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, I'm seeing at the end of the rainbow, after all of this and you reflecting, is you going back home into you. Like your home is you and you don't need anybody else. That's how Aquarius are anyway. So, all right, that was for Aquarius. I hope that helps. Good luck, guys. The next one is for Gemini. Oops. Let's see. Gemini. Oh, that one's cool. Look at that. The difference between water and fire elements. I don't know. Are Geminis like that? Where they're like, yeah, you know what they are. I do know some. 1 minute they're this way about it, and then the next minute they're like 100% the other way. So yeah, it's very much like that. All right, this is for Gemini for the week of October 13th to the 20th, please. This is for Gemini. All my air signs are almost done. Gemini. For Gemini, please. See you next week. So I did my baked goods sale. And I did pretty well, but there was another lady there that was also a baker. And, well, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is for Gemini. Wow, Gemini. Okay, good. Ooh, and there's your card, front and center on the energy. So cycles are turning in your favor. I want to say things are going to go right in your life. Look at that. Oh. Are you just addicted to love, Gemini? And the interesting thing is, they're so much alike, these cards. When you get a little too carried away with something, with a love, like I think this is an addiction to somebody you might be in love with. It might have taken over your life, maybe a coworker or somebody from your past, somebody that is on, I mean, you think you make a good team. I don't like seeing that devil card anywhere near the lovers, but it's kind of funny how one is very much angelic and the other one is very much demonic. And it just takes a little addiction or a little, I don't know. Addiction is all I can come up with, especially with this card. All major arcanas, all very serious cards, as far as I'm concerned. And almost in succession. It's kind of funny. You've got 10 and 11. This one's 7 or 6. I'm sorry. 6. 6, 10, 11. So you've got 6, 1, and 2, or 11. So let me clarify this a little bit. Yeah, see, there's that devil card again. You need to take a more logical approach to things. You need to be more, question more things. I feel like I think you've gotten yourself into a little bit of trouble here, Gemini. You're on a pattern of, there's this draw to be wrong, not wrong, lie. Because when I see justice, it's all about, you better tell the truth because they know anyway, or they're going to find out, or things will always go in that direction with this, whatever's going on here. So the way that wheel turns is the way you focus it to turn. And it doesn't look like it's going to turn very well. And you've got 2 people around you who are, I think they're tearing you into opposite directions here. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, a 9 of Swords and a 9 of Wands. There's a burden that you're carrying that you don't want to let go of. Are you seeing 2 different women, Gemini? Or are you just trying to be 2 different people because you're a Gemini? But I see love. I see a strong connection to somebody that you truly love. And it could be somebody you're not married to. And this is saying you need to get rid of the people in the past. Now, whether that's the person that is that sword or that wand, I don't know. What I do know is that there is some kind of manipulation going on. This could be mother-wife situation, her mother-in-law or her mom and her, I don't know. Or the significant other and their parent. Somebody who has that kind of force on this, has that kind of control. Maybe one tries to talk to you in one ear and the other one tries to talk to you in the other ear, and you're being manipulated by somebody, and it's a huge burden for you. But you put yourself there, Gemini. Okay, that's exactly that's what people do. They put themselves in the positions that they're in. This is for Gemini. Some cards, that's way too many. Okay, what we've got here, twin flames, interesting. Mask, not showing true feelings, hide personality, pretend, delude, gaslighting, which is exactly how I feel about this. There's something going on. I don't know if it's from you. I'm guessing that you met your twin flame. Wow, it's coming up a lot. This came up with Aquarius too, that twin flame. I wonder if this is it's time to start realizing our endeavors here on Earth and what we're here to do, right? People are so caught up in what's going on in the news and what's going on with other people and what's going on across the country and what's going on in the world. That's not your problem. Your problem is what you have to deal with here now. Go walk your own path. Oh, but we have to help the... No, you don't. They got themselves in their predicament. Let them get themselves out. It's not your job to gatekeep shit like that. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a pull from one person to the other. Stay your course, Gemini. Stick with the person you're with. I see a lot of delusion here. A lot of burden on your part when all you have to do is release. If one person's trying to manipulate you in your family that you have now, then you need to get rid of them. Pure and simple. Let's get some wisdom cards for Gemini, please. Like I said, I'm in a mood today, man. I'm on fire. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm 56 years old, and I've dealt with this kind of manipulation my whole life. I'm codependent. I've been bullied. You know, that kind of thing. I'm not trying to be a victim here. I'm not a victim. I'm very much glad I went through all that. Sorry, simple element. It's what I did with it afterwards. I'm not trying to start a GoFundMe because some people bullied me when I was in elementary school and, you know, when I was in school. I don't care. I'm stronger than that. I'm just done with it. And now I can see it for what it is. People who want you to listen to all their crap, all their venting, talk for hours on end, don't even bother to ask you about what's going on in your life. Don't bother to hear or listen to any of it. And I think that's what you're going through. So you need to stand your ground and you need to pick your position in life. Because this is it. This is all major arcana shit, man. This is coming from the universe telling you, look, you got to get your crap together. Okay, let's get some wisdom cards out here for Gemini, please. Clean it up. Yep, clean it up. Clean up your path, man. Clean it up. If you married a woman or a man or whatever, you married a person, that's your family. Okay? Mending. You need to mend this with your wife or your husband or whomever, your spouse. Okay? I hope that helps, Gemini. And that's your weekly reading. And we're going to be going on to, that was air. Done with the air. Done with the air. Done with the air. Boom, boom, boom. Done with the air. Done with the air. Done with the air. Done with the, who's next? What three are next? Water signs. So the next one is Scorpio. We'll do Scorpio next. Scorpio, Scorpio. Isn't that pretty? Sorry. I don't know if you can see that. Very pretty. Okay, Scorpio. This is for Scorpio for the week of the 13th to the 20th. How y'all doing? Your birthday's coming up. November babies. And I know Vedic is different. I get it. It's more accurate too, by the way. And that's what I've been following. And it's like, now I know why people always say the astrologies don't work because they're never accurate. Now I know why. Because that's not what I am or who I am. But you also have to pay attention to other signs that are in your chart. Because nobody is the same unless they were born the same day and time and everything as you. And even then, they're growing up a different way. So your personalities will be different anyway because of the way you grew up, the trauma you endured. Okay. This is for Scorpio. What is Scorpio? What advice do we have for Scorpio for the next week, please? Things are coming to a stop. You're clearing up past grievances or past, they're just coming to you and then you need to clear them up and move on. What? Now you're happy. Look at that, Scorpio. You found happiness. Or go find happiness. Because that's the energy. Excuse me. Let's see here. So your past is coming out again. There's things that are being brought up again that are getting cleared out. And I think that's making you happier. Like you can finally give yourself love. You can finally bring love to others, so to speak, in a manner of speaking. Because I'm seeing, so with this, I'm seeing that you're giving love to yourself and you're feeling really good about it. So you're not just passive about giving. Like a lot of times I've been seeing readings with the Page of Cups, and I had said that the Page of Cups is just, it sometimes tells me that you need to start giving yourself love. It's a new beginning on showing yourself love, depending on the read. So this is something that you're doing now. You're actively showing yourself love, and you're feeling like the Nine of Pentacles. That's a good thing. Soon you're going to be going into this, or actually, yeah, their advice is just to kind of look at it from a different perspective, number one, and stay out of it, number two. Like just kind of reflect on it and watch. Now, I'm not seeing you have to hibernate. There's no Four of Swords. There's no Hermit. There's no being patient with Seven of Pentacles. There's just waiting until that brand new beginning pops up. Okay? Because it will. When you live a happy life and you walk your own path, you get good things. I mean, when all that old crap goes out, all that that bad stuff that kind of you have to clear out of your life. You have to. There's no, well, I just want to know how to sleep at night. This isn't working. This isn't working. This isn't working. And don't tell me to work on my trauma because I'm not going to do that. Well, guess what? You're not going to sleep at night. But you're doing that. You've actively done that. You're working on all that. You're giving to yourself, which before you were like, it would have been like a Page of Cups. But now it's a Knight of Cups. So you're actively working on that for you, which is a good thing, Scorpio. I think for a while something happened. I think the monthly reading was, that was, if I'm thinking of the right reading. Sorry, I don't have the memory I used to. So, okay. Let's get some love cards out for Scorpio, please. Okay, it just gave me one. The Chaser. Chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. Yeah. I think that was the situation here. And I think you still could do that. Like you're still wanting to chase after somebody, but you're actively showing yourself love. You really need to stop with the chaser. Stop chasing people. I'm learning that. Still learning it. 56 years old, like I said, almost 57 in March. And I'm still learning that I tend to over analyze and I overgive, like help people that would never ever help me, ever, and wouldn't trust me to help me. And well, whatever, it's their problem, not mine. Sorry, I need a drink of coffee. All right, let's give you some wisdom, Scorpio, and send you on your way. Ugh. Okay, some cards for Scorpio this next week. We've got Come to the Edge. One fell. Imagine. Look at that. Come to the edge. And imagine. Those I'm going to have to read. Let's get into those. But this one fell on the ground. That usually tells me that you're done with that. Like you're done with imagining anything. You're done with imagining yourself with another person. You're done with imagining a better life. You have a good life. And you know that. You're making yourself aware of that because you are 9 of Pentacles. That's a good life. With the 10 of Cups, you just don't realize it. You don't have to imagine it anymore. You're living it. But it's like when you're living it, you don't realize it because there are things that, happen that don't equate to a happy life, but we all go through that. Okay. 20 is imagine. Turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to visualize a better life. You just think that it's going to be the same life, which is why you need to get rid of all that past garbage. Okay. Let's go on to 36. Creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creative illusion. So I wanted to finish reading that to make sure that we had the full grasp on that card. 36. Hey, I went right to it. Come to the edge. Courage, taking a leap of faith. Yep, take that leap of faith. Overcoming fear and accepting risk. Now, my suggestion first would be to wait to see which direction you should really go into. When you see conflict, go the other way. That's how I read this. All right, Scorpio. I hope that helps. Good luck. Who's next? Next would be Pisces. For the next week, let's clear all this stuff up. And wasn't the moon coming up right after the day after that? I should start doing new moon and full moon readings for each sign for the day of that. Okay, this is for Pisces. See, they're just so pretty. I love the colors in these. And that looks like a dragonfish. Look at that. Okay, so this is for Pisces for the next week. Pisces from October 13th to the 20th. What do they need to know? What is this? They need to be given. You need to go to calmer waters. You're in a chaotic life right now. I don't know if you can see that. When they fall out like that, I put them back in. Try to reshuffle them. That was upside down. I don't read reversals, but I'll keep it in mind. So you need to be patient. Like, crap happened. You left. You took that leap of faith to do what you wanted to do in your life, right? You had all the resources and everything within your grasp, but you were heading in the right direction. Right now, you're just trying to be patient so that these things can become real in your life. But right now, you have to deal with this mess. Let me make sure. Nope, that's not reversed. Whew. Wow. I see chaos in your life right now, Pisces. I see chaos. I see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to put that card up. I see you leaving chaos. It could be this person. Very, very. That's you, Pisces. That's you. And you're between chaos and ghosting. That's what it looks like. You don't even want to be involved anymore. You're just done. But you're fighting mad. You're still thinking about this. Whatever happened. Somebody messed with your money, maybe. Somebody messed with your job, which it has to do with your money. Let me get a better understanding. Sorry, that would not, it wouldn't shuffle for me. That's interesting. Didn't I just see that here somewhere? The Six of Pentacles, but there's somebody you need to just end it with. Somebody who is deep in your life, somebody that you care for very deeply, that you've given a lot of time, energy, given a lot of yourself to. Yeah, you need to move on from this chaos. You have to ghost them. It has to end. It has to. This is me telling you right now, Pisces, it has to end. Let's get some wisdom for Pisces here, please. I think they need a little bit of wisdom here for sure. This is for Pisces, please. They're very sticky. That's interesting. $49, observer. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Yes, go on your merry way. Cut all communication and just observe. Observe the reactions you get from whoever you're cutting out of your life. Observe all that. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm an observer now. I observe how people are. I get that there are people out there that live a very chaotic life, and they're very, they can be very rude and just kind of be who they are, and that's fine. But when the rudeness, I mean, it's always a reflection of who they are, and I get it. But you're going to get the same energy from me. I'm not going to be rude to you because that's not who I am. I'm going to ignore you and go my own way. And then I'm going to double down on my own life and F you in the horse you rode in on. And that's how I feel. Because that's how done I am with those kinds of toxic individuals in my life. Because that's all I've ever attracted, and I'm done. So your rudeness is a huge red flag to me. If you're unkind, don't bother to say goodbye, whatever, I don't care. That's a huge red flag to me, and that's what you're going to get from me. And yes, I do the same thing to my husband. I do the same thing to the people around me. I will treat you the way you treat me. Of course, me and my husband have a really good relationship, so I don't have to worry about it. You know, we worked out our crap. We're good now. We have a really good relationship. I didn't think was possible because of all the trauma in my life. So let's get some cards here for Pisces, please. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. Wow, what happened? Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know somebody is hoovering you. The chaser and codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. I know that's you, Pisces. I see you. I really do. Observe your reaction to their reaction. Okay. All right, Pisces, I hope this helps. Thanks for clicking on and watching. I guess I should have been telling everybody that. I do appreciate it, though. I just don't always remember what to say. I'm not a polished politician. I don't feed into that garbage. It's indoctrination of fear. That's all it is. It's all a cult. If you watch the news, I don't care what freaking news you watch. You watch the news, you're indoctrinated because you're trying to watch. You're trying to become indoctrinated by whatever they say. That's your echo chamber. Whew, I am on fire today because I'm so mad. All right, my next reading is for Cancer. Cancer person. I'm trying to look at this card. Is that a whale? Or, I don't know. But it's very pretty. It's all very pretty. All right, Cancer. This is for you. From October 13th to the 20th. It's almost Halloween. That's why I put the orange. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. It matches your card. All right, this is for Cancer. From October 15th. I'm sorry, the 13th to the 20th. For Cancer. What do they need to know? What's their advice for Cancer? Cancer, I know you had a rough reading. I know you're going through it right now. Yeah, you're still going through it. Oh, interesting. Somebody from your past has come up. Or you are trying to get over. You can't make new wishes when you're still dealing with all this. You can try, but you've got to deal with it and get it over with. I was just talking about trauma on this. That's kind of funny. I was just talking about this. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's kind of, you got death and it's sandwiched with two aces are sandwiched between a page of swords. So maybe you're going to start writing something soon. Cancer. It's a wish that you wanted, but things have come up from the past and you're blocking yourself from whatever it is that you're trying to get. You're blocking yourself. Like you have these great new beginnings coming up. And I want to say in writing, is it blogging? Journaling? Writing a book? Is that what you're trying to do, Cancer? Maybe it's just to write an email to somebody and you just can't seem to do that. But you're going to have a new passionate beginning, but you don't want it. Like you're so heartbroken over the past of something hurting you that even just this little wish fulfillment is not going to take effect because you're so deep into your fears of what happened the first time that you just don't want to deal with that again. Yeah, as if I can remember correctly, Cancer, your monthly was, you're still trying to cope with the reality of the situation, even though it happened a long time ago. Okay. So their suggestion would be to heal that trauma and get over it so that new wishes and things can come in. I want to say love. I want to say new love can come in, but you don't want it to. It's right there. Like it's waiting. Okay, sorry, I'm still trying to think about this. This is for Cancer, please. A golden mirror. I like you. See, somebody likes you. Maybe you think that they're, I don't know. Let's read this. The golden mirror. Self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So maybe you're trying to get over that. Or maybe that just broke your heart. And it made you realize the past situations that you've been in. You've got this wish right here that you're wanting, but you can't get past it. So the second one is I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. Want to date, but you don't. The garbage in the past, the trauma you're holding on to, it needs to be let go of. And it's the universe is telling you let go of it. You're going to have a tower moment maybe, or maybe it's just going to say the cycle is over. You've dealt with it as best as you could. It's time to move on. And they're going to help you with dealing with that, is what I'm thinking. So that you can have that wish fulfillment. Okay, some wisdom for Cancer, please. Two cards. That's enough. These are really sticky because I have never really used them that often till recently. Not for you. Happy, happy. It's like it's one extreme to the other. Yeah, something's holding you back from procuring real love, and it's almost yourself, right? You've set yourself with, I know this is how I want things, and I'm not going to go any further. This is it. I'm done. But you want to be happy, and you're happy to a point, but not really. Not really. And I'm not saying another person is going to make you happy. You have to do that on your own. You have to release all this garbage because you're just stuck. All right. I hope this helps, Cancer. Thanks for clicking on. I appreciate it. I really do. I just got to make sure put this in the pile and move on. What's next? We got 3 more, and it's going to be fire. Who is next? Sagittarius is next. Okay. All right, Cancer. I hope that helped. I know it's going to be until about I'm going to say about the 20th. It's going to be, this next week's going to be kind of hard for you. All right, this is for Sagittarius. That's really cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that. Sagittarius. Sagittarius from October 13th until the 20th. All right, Sag. Passionate new beginnings. Yep, you're finding your way, Sag. You're like, I'm done waiting around. Finding my way. I'm going to start being more responsible with my emotions. Stay on top of those. That's you, right? I mean, I usually say that's Virgo, but right now that's you. Look at that. Look at that. You fought for your love, didn't you? But cycles are coming to an end. You're starting on a new passionate beginning, Sagittarius. You're becoming a more mature, more emotionally mature, more to where you can handle things and not be so reactive. That's a real issue, isn't it? So you've got that. You know, now that you've been handed this, you're looking at what you can do now. And you can be that leader. Yeah, this is a good reading for you. Like, all this crap's coming to an end. I hope the happiness isn't, because you're living in, like, look at that, the sun, the world, things are doing really well because you're ending things. The cycle's over, so you're done. And that's how Sag seems to me anyway. Sagittarius, pretty much people are, depending on what's in your chart, what your moon is. Okay, moon, in Vedically, moon is more decipherable. I hope that makes sense. Moon, if you read on your moon, it makes more sense. Like, I'm a Aquarius sun, but a Leo moon. So when I get the moon readings, it makes more sense. It has more to do with what we're reading on. So having said that, I just see that you're taking care of business, you're taking care of yourself, you're becoming the leader of yourself, like you're on it. Emotionally, you're intact, you're good. So let's get some love cards out for you, Sagittarius. Paradise, there it is right there. You're living a joyful life right now. The Sword and the Rose, the Phoenix. You are a new person, Sag. Wow. Time or clock, same thing. Paradise. That's what you're living right now. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. The Sword and the Rose. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever gotten that one. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. You're protecting yourself now. You've got clarity and truth. It has been revealed to you. And now you have the power to move on with your life the way you need to move on, Sagittarius. The Phoenix. God, I love this card. New phase. Rekindle. See, new phase. Renew. Transformation. Growth. Changed mind. You changed your mind. See, and you ended the cycle. And then you got a new beginning. Like, when you end that cycle, new beginnings come in. I know people will say it like, if one door closes, one window opens. No, if a window closes, the garage opens for you. And that's what happened, right? Big old garage door of opportunity. Clock. Need time. Takes time. In time. Cycles. Time to heal. Progress. I don't see you healing right now, but this is showing me that you probably need to heal a little bit more. It's going to take some time to become adjusted to this newfound Sagittarius we have in front of us. It's a good thing, Sag. It's a good thing. You're looking at your world. You're trying to see what you can do, what you can accomplish for you, right? It's all about you. And I don't mean that in a red flag kind of way, a narcissistic way. I mean, it's time for a new you. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, this is for Sagittarius for the next week. Building blocks. Yes, you're learning. See, this is what I'm talking about. A leg up. Oh, you got two at the same time. Breathe. Yin. You're very much in the yin. Chop wood. You're getting busy. That's interesting. So you're building on your foundation, right? You're building on your foundation. It's new beginnings that you're building here, right? It's giving you a leg up. See, you get rid of the past, it helps you to build new things and gives you a leg up on that because you're doing really well. Breathe. You're doing well. You're on your path. You're fine. Breathe. Take some time. Meditate. Make sure those are ingrained into your head about all of that. Yin. I'm going to read that one. I don't think I've ever gotten that card yet. And then chopwood means you're making the effort. Like you're not just saying things. You're actually putting it into action and making the effort to do what you need to do. So let me read on number 2, which is yin. The feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information, and taking in cues. The art of conscious allowing, right? It's not that you're really allowing, Sag. It's that you don't care. You don't want to, give off the energy of for what you need. You need that energy for you because you're going to be doing a lot of work. You are doing a lot of work. So whatever is not on your path and not for you in your life, let it go. Work on you. And that's what you're doing. And you're doing a really good job, Sag. All right. I hope that helped. Thank you for clicking on and listening to me do your reading. I appreciate that, Sag. The next reading is going to be for Aries is next. So we're going to be doing one for Aries. These are so cool. It looks like they're called Jinn. Like the lamp, the genie in the lamp. Jinn. That's what it looks like. With horns. Okay, this is going to be for Aries for October 13th until the 20th, please. Aries from October 13th to the 20th. When they drop, I look at them. Sometimes they have significance in this read. You never know. Sometimes I just drop things. A wish. I wish upon a star that has ghosted you. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm getting this a lot. I'm getting all 3 cards a lot, kind of. I'm sorry, I dropped my cards. Where did I get these, please? Your wish is for that person that ghosted you. They moved on, Aries. Or you moved on from them, somebody that you've ghosted. They offered you. They made an offer. And you walked away from it. And now you're wishing for it. And you don't know how they've ghosted you. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe not. Let me read all through this. Receive this. So we have you making a wish. Okay, this is the advice for the next week, right? So we have you making, like, this is a wish come true. Or a wish that you've always wished on. From somebody that you ghosted. Or this is a wish that you didn't get ghosted or they didn't get ghosted. So I'm just trying to, this is somebody that you had a lot of respect for, that you admired. Like this is somebody that had it all together. Oh, interesting. Aries. somebody walked away and somebody ghosted. And it's either you or this other person. But I don't see you in your reading. So I'm going to say, this is going to come back around maybe. This is a wish that you have. This is something that you want. Something was toxic, right? You were in your own prison when this love thing was given to you. That's interesting. That makes sense. And now you want to go find this person and start at least just being friends. Because it ended badly. It ended bad. I'm nosy. Like, what's going to happen to this person? Are they going to get a hold of this person? It's a burden. New passionate beginning. So maybe. Are you going to spy on them or they're spying on you? Yeah. They walked away from you. And you're wanting that back. You're wanting that new passionate beginning. But this is a burden to them. I want to say you're spying on them. Or you're thinking about writing to them, making things clear, explaining things. That sure would probably help for them anyway. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I do see a passion in the beginning, but I think that's what you're wanting to bring. And I think it's a burden to you, or it's a burden to them. It would be a burden to them probably. So that's what I'm seeing with that. Let's do some love reading cards here for Aries, please. One flipped over. The runner. You were the runner. You ghosted them. They walked away. Look at those cards. The runner, heartbroken, self-indulgence, and not enough. Wow. So it was all about you, Aries. It was all about you. And they tried to pursue you and you left. And now you're wanting them back. Okay, so let's read these out, right? The runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. The heartbroken. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. I think it's finally hit you how important this person was to you. And they're not only are they gone physically, they're gone emotionally. Now, do they still think about you? Maybe, because I don't see the Six of Swords. So, I don't know. Maybe they're not because they ghosted you. But just because somebody ghosts you doesn't mean they're not thinking about you. Self-indulgence. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. So yeah, you need to focus on you. I see you doing that to a point. Okay, let's get to the next one. Sorry, let's do this last one. Not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. Yeah, you did that to yourself. You thought you had it. You thought you were with somebody or doing something in your life that was, this person maybe was, I'm feeling they were beneath you, but they weren't because they had it all together. And now it's your wish. Let's get some wisdom for Aries, please. New life. Treasure Island. You know what? Maybe if you reach out to them, they might. I don't know. Happy, happy. Not for you. Interesting. This is not for you. Move on, Aries. Move on to a new life. Once you do that, I think you're stuck in this. I think you're really stuck. I think you feel like you may have messed up. I'm going to put these right here. I need those, what are they, from the board game that hold up your tiles? I need something that holds up my cards there. So I think if you were to reach out to this person, that depending on what you said, if there were apologies or whatever, I think there could be a friendship that blossoms, but I don't think it would go to any more than that. Okay. You need to go be happy doing something else. But if you need to apologize, you should do that, of course. But I don't think this is, I think soon you're going to see that this is not the wish that is for you. You're going to have to move on and create a new life for you. You're still stuck in thinking you're not enough. And you need to be a little bit more like fill your own cup kind of thing, Aries. Okay. I hope that helps. Yeah. Happy, happy. Not for you. Yeah. New life. All right. This was for Aries. Who's next? Leo is my last fire sign. That one's cool. See, I'm a Leo moon. That one's freaking cool. I like that one. Okay, Leo. Let's move on to Leo. So thank you, Aries, for listening to that. Thank you for listening to my reading for you. Taking your time out of your day to do that. I do appreciate you guys doing that, listening. Even though you're probably just jumping forward, which is fine. I do the same thing. But if you liked it, you listened to it, and you're like, yeah, that sounds about right, please like and subscribe. I appreciate that. This is for Leo for the week of October 13th through the 20th, please. Oh, one fell off. We're taking a little time for ourselves, huh, Leo? Reflecting, because the Four of Swords kind of flipped over, so. Okay, Leo. It looks like you have things under control. You're dealing with a logical sense of purpose. You're dealing with, oh God, there's going to be a tower moment for you, Leo. I'm just going to tower. Okay, so it has to do with this offer. You have a choice to make. Okay, so there's going to be an ending. When I see two kings like that together, actually that's a queen and a king, huh? So you're going to have to take some logic into this offer that you're wanting to give. I think it's going to create, I want to say it's going to create some movement within your cycle, like the way things are going. It's going to create some movement. It's going to like bring electricity back into like some passionate new beginning that you want. I do see the Two of Cups, and it's come out twice with the clarification. I see a couple twos. So my understanding is that this also could have to do with some kind of trade that you're looking into, because we've got a trade card here, because this is a symbol of trade. Trade in business, trade in whatever you want to trade. Now, I do understand the duality of it because it came up twice. There has to be a decision made. Something has to come to an end because the cycle's closing out anyway. And I think that's what's going to be the Tower moment. Like the cycle's going to close abruptly and you're going to change your mind on something, on someone, perhaps. Like this king's going to come in and tell you what's up. And you're going to be like, oh, okay, Leo. Or that's you offering a new beginning in the direction that you need to go in your life. Let's get some love cards out to look at this. Because I'm not entirely sure this, I don't see any, I mean, it's just, let's see, cups, you've got a wand, you've got some swords, but that tower, man. And they're all, look at that, they're all court cards. So you've got the Queen of Swords, which is telling you, be logical, be down to earth and logical in this. Then you've got the Knight of Cups, which is saying, put action into that offer. Because the Page of Cups is just the beginning of that, like it's a thought, the beginning thought of an offer. And then when it all comes down, crashing, you're going to be left with yourself and this, beginning a new offer to yourself. Stop putting it into other things and just start giving to yourself. Let's read some cards here. Yeah. You've got seduction and soulmates. Seduction. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. So I do see something where it's interesting. It has to be more attraction, flirting, dating, because there's no third party here. And whatever that attraction is, it's leading you to take action on this person. And it's, I don't know. I don't see it's very long term. Soulmates. Not very long wait. Soulmates. Not very long term. And then I get soulmates. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Oh my goodness. That's interesting because I just did a read on Aries. And theirs was a wish on a soulmate, pretty much. And this is somebody, a soulmate coming back into your life. So maybe you're dealing with an Aries. I don't know. I'm putting that out there because you do have a King of Wands, but you're also a fire sign. So this is just, maybe it's a soulmate connection coming back in, wanting to make another offer. And you're wanting to maybe just offer love to yourself at this point, because it's not going to work out. I don't think it's going to work out the way this other person thinks it's going to work out. I think it's just going to make things probably worse for you. I would take time to reflect on that. But let's get some wisdom cards to see what's going on here. They need some wisdom, universe. Leo needs some wisdom right now. A lot came out. Holy moly. Yin and yang. That's kind of interesting. One fell on the ground, which is TikTok. Interesting. A change in the wind. Yeah, you can see it. Like yin is happening, milk and honey, and then time changes, and boom, there's that tower moment. Yang. Right? It fell right after I put this card down. So I'm putting it right there. And that's how I'm reading it. Like there's a change, and then bam, yang. So it was very yin, and now it's very fiery and yang. This is going to be an interesting play out to see what really happens here, Leo. I would love to know, right? We're all nosy. If you could just comment, hey, I'm a Leo and this is what happened this past week, that would be awesome. Plus I get validation for that. But yeah, I'm seeing a past soulmate coming in. I'm seeing him or her kind of wreck what you have and kind of demolish the thoughts and feelings that you had originally. A change in the wind, yang, TikTok. The time is running out. Let me read on that one. Number 30. Before I say time is running out, let me see what it says. Okay. TikTok. It reminds me of that movie where the girl kept saying TikTok, TikTok, and that Hunger Games, I think. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. Oh, shit. Now I see it. You poor person, Leo. Another soulmate's going to come in and just create havoc. Prepare yourself. There's a change coming for you. Which, if that didn't tell you, this one does. Okay, Leo, I hope this helps. That could be good news. I mean, there could be somebody that's, hey, I need to talk to you. I want to settle some things. Things didn't happen right or whatever, which is a good thing. You never know. So don't think that it's just all automatically bad. All right, Leo, I hope that helped. Thanks for clicking on. I really, really appreciate it. So our next three that leaves us with is Earth signs. And the next one is Capricorn. All right, Cap. This one's for you. Okay, this one, what the heck is that? What is a Capricorn? Is that like a, it's not a griffin. Is it a griffin? What is that other thing that, obelisk, or maybe that's what that is. I'll look it up. I don't know. But it's a pretty card. All right, Capricorn. This reading is for you from October 13th through the 20th. Blech. October 13th through the 20th for Capricorn, please. And this is for our Earth signs. Our last three signs, guys. Life is getting difficult for you, Capricorn. I can tell already. Cards are not cooperating. Things are just not cooperating. But you know what, Cap? You know these things. Like you have this sense of knowing. You just, come on, get in there. But nothing wants to match up because the cards are hard to. Anyway, I see all the signs, guys. That's just what I do. This is for Capricorn for the next week, please. Capricorn, from October 13th through the 20th. What do they mean? What's their advice? What should they know? Save your money. Save your money, Cap. Save your money. Don't buy anything next week. She almost fell out, but didn't. It's just intuition. And like I said, Capricorns just have this really good intuition about things. I mean, there are signs that do, but okay. Capricorn seems to have a grasp on it and understand it. They're very methodical in their ways anyway. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands on the bottom. It looks like cycles just ended for things for you, Capricorn, and we're looking to the future now. Save your money. Be patient. New beginnings will happen, but you just need to focus on you. You need to just rein it in. Like you're wanting to see what's going on, like what you can do in the future. And I don't know if that's because you're bored or you just want a new beginning to come in. Let's see what else. Anything else for Capricorn here? I mean, this is a pretty simple read. It's just focusing on your money. Yeah, your passions. You want to start something new and passionate. New passionate beginning. And you can just for you, like go start to read, go do something interesting. That's pretty cool because cycles are about ready to end for you, Cap. So just go find a passion and do it. Start baby steps. Have you had a past when it came to legal things or in the law enforcement or something to that nature? Maybe you can bring that into your passion, your new cycle of whatever you want to do. Because cycles are ending. And I think you're just kind of bored. You're just kind of sitting around holding on to, but that's telling me to save your money, seriously. But there are new things that you're wanting to start, new, like working with your hands kinds of things. And you'll find that things will rotate out of your life and new things will rotate in. Okay. Let's get you some love reading because this is not love. I can tell you that right now. Or maybe the soulmates kind of came out. I'm just trying to shuffle these because passion. Yeah, because I just had that card come out, right? That new passionate beginning. Where is it at? Oh, it was just the Queen of Wands. But this is the beginning stages of doing something brand new and passionate, right? Because you've got the Page of Wands. Passion and the Runner. Insane chemistry. Like each other equally. Having fun. You're good with your love. You're good. You have a few issues, right? You're in a codependent relationship, maybe. You have a fear of intimacy and listening to your ego. Let it go. You really need to let that go. Maybe you need to look into that. That could be your new beginning into realizing that this is not healthy. These are not healthy things that are in your life and you need to let them go. Okay, Capricorn, let's get some wisdom cards for you. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're sticky. And it's warm in here, so they're getting stickier. Building blocks. Yeah, you're wanting to start something, Phil. Sorry. Oh, co-create. Oh, that would be nice. Start this with your the person you're with, Capricorn. Maybe that would help get rid of a lot of these bad habits, these ego things that are going on, you know, this fear that you have. If you co-create with somebody, it does create this better bond within your relationship. And I'm not talking about, because see, let me start over, Capricorn. When we're dealing with this is just you knowing something and the closest people around you, which would be your spouse, your fiance, your loved one, right? Otherwise, nobody else needs to know what's going on in your life. So when I see this, okay, this is somebody that you need to co-create with because it builds bonds better than anything else. it builds that intimacy. When you can say, hey, I want to do this, and trust that person to listen and say, yeah, and support you, that's creating a bond. That's creating glue within your relationship, which you really need. Because it's like, this could also indicate that your partner is bored with the things that are going on right now. I think it's you, though. I think you're bored and wanting to do something new. That is the best way. Go create something new that you can do within your world, and have your significant other help. And if they don't support you, you've got your answer, right? It doesn't need to be said, so to speak. Okay, Capricorn, that's your reading for the week. I hope that helped. Thanks for clicking on. I really appreciate it. Good luck, guys. Capricorn, good luck. Okay, so this next reading is going to be for Taurus. Taurus. That's interesting. Taurus the bull. I don't know if you can see that. My hand's jittery. Taurus. For the week of October 13th to October 20th. For Taurus, please. Okay. Taurus, please. Taurus. What advice does Taurus need right now? Let me see, because it came out. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. Looks like you rushed forward in something. You were friends. You thought you were soulmates. You rushed in because you took your passion and you rushed in, and it broke your heart. Wait before you call that victory, Taurus. Wait before you call that victory. I don't see victory. I see maybe a little bit of victory. You think it's victory, but this is telling me that you need to sit back and watch. Like you need to kind of hold on or hold out for what you really need. I'm sorry, when I get to talking, I shuffle these and it might interfere with the noise. I'm sorry. Yeah, you rushed in and it broke your heart. And now you're waiting. You should like just kind of get a different perspective of it, to enlighten yourself of what's really going on, and hold off on telling anybody anything or giving anything. Don't give your time. Don't give your energy. Just kind of hold off and wait, because this is really going to break your heart. Like this is something. Let me see what this is about. I know it has to do with the victory. I want to say it's from work, but when I get the Three of Swords like that, let's see what this specifically has to deal with then next week. Please. A lot of changes are happening. Yeah. I do see new beginnings. It's going to create a lot of change. It's actually going to make you fight for what you want. Sorry, I had a scratch, so I don't know if you heard that. Wow. I think I need more coffee. trying to read this, and it's like, so there's a victory in your broken heart. There's victory in taking perspective and looking around to make sure that your heart doesn't get broken again. And there was withholding a lot of yourself to see what you need to see in order to make the changes that you're going to have to rush in to make. Because you go from Page of Swords to that change that's going to happen, that inevitable change that's going to take effect, and it's going to bring you to Knight of Swords, which is going to make you want to rush in and get that Ace of Pentacles. Because without that change, without that new beginning, just the thought of it, it's going to bring change. But it's going to make you want to fight for it. And whether it has to do with this broken heart, because that is the energy. And look, there's that Knight of Swords again. Yeah, I think you have to fight for this. You really have to fight for this. But I'm not seeing for what I'm seeing for a lot of earthly things. And I get Pentacles do have to do with relationships also. But you're just in the stage of thinking about it. But you're wanting to rush in and just fight for it and do what you need to do, which will bring you great new beginnings. But you have to wait. You have to withhold information. You have to just walk your path on your own. So let's get some cards out to see. Let's get some love cards out for you. Okay, Taurus, what's going on? It's like I think it does have to do with love. It could be just coffee cup. That's all you got. Sorry. So, I don't know. Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. So maybe there's a victory in that. So it's not the kind of relationship you wanted. Their advice is just to take that victory and be more observant of your surroundings and not say anything. Just kind of try to keep things to yourself for now, Taurus. Let's see what the wisdom is saying. Time to go. Time to go. Mending almost came out, but it didn't. And you have to mend yourself. A leg up. Yeah, time to go. Move on. Be observer. Hang on to the things that you need to hang on for you. Your mental health, your stability, your money even. You're talking to other people. So that's what I'm seeing. Keep the things within you. Okay, nobody else needs to know what's going on in your life, and that's fine by you anyway, right, Taurus? You're a pretty quiet person. I've only met a couple Tauruses in my life, and they were pretty, I mean, talk about trying to get blood out of a turnip. They're very deep. I don't want to see thinkers. Those are Cancers or deep thinkers too, but they can be. All right, Taurus, I hope this helps. I don't know how. I'm sorry. You're like, what? Okay, so you're just going to have to move on, become dependent upon you, because it looks like you rushed into other things with friends and it didn't really quite work out the way you wanted it to, and it kind of broke your heart. So it's time to move on. Get to know your surroundings, so to speak. Like be very observant. Get in that square and look around you. Don't do anything, just watch and observe. And then it'll actually give you a leg up on where you need to go next. Okay, Taurus? Thanks for clicking on, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, the next and the last is for Virgo. That is Virgo, very pretty. I don't know why. I don't know what that is. An orb. It looks like a fortune teller's globe, right? Okay, this is for Virgo for the next week, October 13th through the 20th, please. For Virgo. Virgo, what's Virgo's advice for the next week, please? I'm sorry, I was trying to fall out. You got a broken heart and a Queen of Cups almost fell to the ground. Something is going on badly in your love life right now, Virgo. Wow, that's you, and that's you. Wow, what a burden. You were trying to, but you walked away. Let me see something. Because it fell out. I just want to make sure. Okay. Somebody broke your heart, Virgo. Somebody's getting ready to break your heart. Now I want to bring out those love cards. Let's do that first before I move on with this, because they help. But what I'm seeing is you thought this person was it. It might have been somebody who's deeply emotional. I think they're too deeply emotional, like they're touched, kind of emotional, but this is probably a soulmate connection. That's for Virgo, please. Palm tree. Okay, so there's no love. Maybe you're hoping for more than just a friendship. You were seeing this person as kind of a soulmate, filled your cup big time, but broke your heart. Palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. Want to date. I see that there's no love. There's no real love. You've brought it, but I think it's all about just being secure and stable. It could bloom into something, but I'm seeing a broken heart. What's the wisdom that Virgo needs right now, please? You put your all into this, Virgo. You put your all into this, and it broke your heart. Sorry, I just wanted to look at it because they just fell all at once. So let me know. These are very sticky cards, so I don't know if... Now let me actively try to get some cards for Virgo. Some wisdom for Virgo, please. Exchanging gifts. I think it has a lot to do with money. Observer. They're just observers. I don't think they want anything more than time for a nap. Interesting. Time to reflect on this, Virgo. Time to really deeply reflect. If it's just for the money and the security, I guess I get it in certain circumstances, but are you giving up on yourself now? You don't think you're going to find that true love? Because you think this is just doesn't mean it is. And when I get things like I like you and palm tree, which is just stability and security, just growth, it has nothing to do with love. This tells you right here, it has nothing to do with love. Yes, they are emotionally stable. They're emotionally evolved. They are healthy emotionally. I get that. You should be too, Virgo. If this is all you want out of this relationship, look at that 5 years down the road, okay? 10 years down the road. You might be a very young person. That's a long time to live with a person just for stability. There's no love. Marriage is a very long business, and you shouldn't get into it thinking, I can just get out if I don't like it. You don't do that to people. Why would you do that to somebody? That's not right. You're just using them. That's not fair to them. Especially if you're being honest with each other and they're being honest with you, then why treat them like that? Like they're just a paycheck. It's not fair. Not at all. So you either need to reflect on this, which is, you do. Time for a nap and observer. You really need to reflect on this and see what you really want out of life, Virgo. And don't expect other people to save you. You can only save yourself. Okay? I hope this helped. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll be coming out with my next week. And I'm just going to start doing this from now on. It'll be all one big video, so I don't have to keep clicking on and off, and I don't have to do all that ridiculousness. It's so much easier for me, especially when I've got so many other things going on in my life. I do still love to do this, but right now we're going through a time in our lives where people are starting to wake up more and more and more, and realizing that, number one, if you're listening to other people, you're being lied to. Go educate yourself, and it doesn't even matter. Just go enlighten yourself. Go meditate. Go realize that all these things are just trying to distract you. Okay, it's a hard thump to the earth to realize that. It really is. Okay. All right, guys. Peace out. Thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. Namaste. And have a good one. Bye, guys.